know you guys are watching BMF, but I was not. So I took it upon myself to actually start watching the show. So what happened was initially when it was released in 2021, or so, I tried watching it, but I didn't get into it. And the reason why I didn't get into the show was because of the damn daddy. He was just so mean and unnecessarily mean. And sometimes when shows just trigger me like that, I just turn them off. And yes, I guess will say I needed to heal from that. And no, my dad is not a bad guy. It was just the way he just wants to control things. It was more of a controlling thing that just irked me to where I myself and my husband just did not want to continue to watch the show. I think we finished episode 2 and then we just never watched it. So now that it's summertime and there's no other shows to watch unless you want to watch Temptation Island or Love Island, I'm so over that show. Um so I was like, let me just go ahead and watch this show, catch up and stuff. And I sat there and binge watched the entire 3 seasons in like 4 days, while the kids were asleep overnight. So yeah, I was definitely into the show, surprisingly. So I am glad to say that I am now watching BMF, and they are currently on episode 2 now. So this will be more of a quick rant of the show. Um, I will say I have questions. I don't have any questions, too many questions about the current season now, being that it did air. But I do want to just want to dive in on what really happened between Meech and Detective Bryant. Did I miss that part? Well, how did they meet up? Basically, is what I want to say. How did they meet up, and what is really going on? Because this man really has a stick up his butt on getting Meech. I understand, he's blaming everything on his son and all, other things, but in the beginning, Meech was paying Bryant. They were kind of like partners, and he was kind of letting Meech get away with some things. So, how did that happen? And will they ever connect again? I feel like Brian is going to come back and Meech and him are going to connect. But this is a true story. So this is not a false story. So maybe not. I'm just wishing of a partnership here that probably is not going to happen. Anyway, I'm done with that. Um, the second question I have is, do you feel like Markeisha is an informant or an actual detective or a DEA or something? I am starting to get the feeling that she is definitely a plant, a snitch or something, because the way she's moving now is a little suspect. Um, And I don't think Terry is catching on to that. And it may be too late for him. But once again, I don't know. And I really don't even know the BMF story. So I haven't even researched it or anything like that. I'm really watching this show as like I'm reading a book. When I read my little urban books and stuff like that, I'm just going for page to page. I'm not reading the end of the book or anything like that. I'm not trying to dive in and read credits or reviews and trying to figure out what's going on. So as of right now, I think Markeisha is I would say informant or something like that, or a DEA or something. You let me know what you guys think. Another thing, I do really feel sorry for the little sister. I want to know when she is going to break. It seems as though she is so highly mad at her brothers right now. She got busted with a stolen car, and she is at her. her end with her whole entire family. Her mom really does think she is just Miss Perfect Patty right now. When we all know this woman has her own little issues. I understand she is the pastor of the church, but she needs to be there for her family. Her daughter has been speaking about, you guys are more harder on me than the drug dealing brothers that are right here. So I really hope Nicole gets her peace and is able to leave home and be happy, because the way she's getting treated is enough. I love the moment when she snapped on her mom and told her, I am grown. I made it out of high school. You had two kids. You wasn't even at my level. So you can't even talk to me about nothing. I know that it's the child's place to respect the parent, but the mom was disrespecting her as well. Let me stop because I do have a teenager, so I don't know how I would handle it, but at the same time, mom needed to actually hear her out, and that's how I feel on it. The dad, now the violins are playing because you see his dream is getting swept away again, and it's none of his fault. Then you have this wife, this bitter wife, who's actually a preacher, pastor of the church, but she can't even be positive for this man. Yes, she is still mad because he cheated on her and things like that, but if you're allowing this man to still stay in the house with you, then at some point you do have to forgive. So I really do think Mama is going to eat some humble pie in this season of BMF. Um, I'm not I'm not sure what dad is going to do about his career. Maybe he'll may run off and find a new church band. Maybe he'll start singing secular music. I don't know. But I know he was definitely happy when he was singing and traveling and living out his dream. So we will see how that play out for this season. Um, then we have B Mickey. He got done wrong. Unfortunately, they thought he was a snitch when he wasn't. I hate that he didn't get to share his side of the story, but it's all going to come out. Lamar came back and he saved the brothers from the crazy ass Lamar. So even though that didn't heal the relationship between the friends, he's trying to show and prove, I'm here, and he's letting it know I never snitched. Unfortunately, he has this little girl that is sick. I really hope she doesn't, pass away, and this makes him angry, and then Meech and Terry has an enemy that is their friend and who knows them, really knows them and knows how they move more than Bryant. So hopefully it doesn't come to that and they have three people after them. They have Bryant, B, Mickey, and Lamar, because you already know Lamar is coming back. He only got shot in his arms, his shoulders. So Lamar is coming back. Brian is already in Atlanta. B Mickey is up in the air. So either B Mickey is going to connect with Terry, or B Mickey is going to be Terry's enemy if something happens to his daughter and he blames them for it. Um, that is all I have on that right now. Once again, this is more of a rant. Me trying to figure out what will happen within the show. Let me know. Once again, how do you feel about how BMF is coming out so far with these two episodes? Which character you think is going to make it? Which character do you think is going to surprise you? And do you think that the new coming drug dealer that is in St. Louis, is he gonna get? Is he gonna be able to sell those drugs, or is Big Meech gonna really come back and get his stuff? Because right now, that man really think he's about to steal the supplies and do his own thing with it. I don't think he's gonna get far, but it's gonna be a good episode to see how he gets caught in it. That's what I think. But anyway, thanks again for joining this quick review. And please like and subscribe. Thank you once again. Thank you once again. You have a good one. Bye.